What's up guys, it's Joe Costello, Certified Nutrition Coach, and today I'm going to be talking about what I believe to be the best protein powder of 2026, and that is Phormula 1 by 1st Phorm. So this is my new personal go-to protein powder. I use this stuff every day post-workout to help me pack on muscle and help me recover from my workouts, and it has been the best protein powder that I have tried to date throughout 2025 and going into 2026 now. This is the best protein powder out there. I'm going to explain to you why in this video. We're going to break down all the supplement facts. I'm going to tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. But first things first, as always, I'm going to start off by showing you guys the supplement facts panel so you can take a look for yourself there. What you're going to see is that it has almost no fat, almost no sugar, and almost no carbs. That is ideal. Also, only 110 calories per serving. That is ideal as well. Obviously, you don't want there to be anything in there that's going to cause unnecessary weight gain and unnecessary fat gain, which would be something like a high carb count, a high fat count, and a high sugar count, which, as you just saw, Phormula 1 does not have any of those things. Hopefully what you did see there, and I'll show you again just in case, here's the protein blend at the bottom of the panel. You can see it there. What it contains is strictly whey protein isolate. That's the only thing in the protein blend. So that's the main selling point here for me on Phormula 1. The reason why this is my new go-to protein powder is because it's 100% pure whey protein isolate. We love to see that. We don't like to see multiple sources of protein in the blend. That leads to what I call a dirty blend. Essentially, when you use multiple sources of protein, they kind of make each other less effective, and it lowers the purity and the quality of the protein powder itself. So you want to see one protein source, and ideally that one protein source would be whey protein isolate. The reason for that is, and just to give you a little bit of background on why I like whey protein isolate so much more than the rest of the protein sources out there, here's really what it is. The vast majority of companies use what's called whey protein concentrate. That is far and away the most commonly used and the most popular form of protein powder. And there's a very simple reason for that. It's the cheapest form of protein powder out there. It is the cheapest protein source. So companies use it to save money. They want to spend the least amount of money as possible creating their product and then charge the highest amount as possible selling their product so they can make the most money. And that is a company that I always want to avoid. If you're not putting enough money into the product to make it a high quality product, and your bigger concern is just that you're making more money, that's a company that you want to steer clear from. That's a huge red flag. You want to see that they care about the product, that they're putting money into the product. So again, avoid any companies that use whey protein concentrate and look for whey protein isolate. And what we have here is 100% pure whey protein isolate. Just to give you a little bit of the scientific background on why isolate is so much better than concentrate. Concentrate is only 70 to 80% pure in terms of the protein source. So every serving that you take, your body is only going to be able to digest and absorb 70 to 80% of that protein. So if you're getting 25 grams, your body is only going to get like 18, because again, 70 to 80% is going to be digested and absorbed efficiently, and the rest is going to go to waste. It's going to go to elimination. So when you take whey protein concentrate and you put it through a process called cross-flow microfiltration, what you end up with is whey protein isolate, which is over 90% pure, and in some cases close to 100% pure. So obviously that's, for obvious reasons, far superior to concentrate. Isolate is close to 30%, and at the very minimum 20% more pure than concentrate. So that's just a little bit of the science in terms of why isolate is so much better than concentrate. Again, general rule of thumb, avoid concentrate at all costs and look for isolate. And like I said, and showed you guys, what we have here is 100% pure whey protein isolate. And then again, another thing that I look for outside of just the protein blend is what's not in the product. And like I said, with this one, low fat, next to no fat, no carbs, no sugar, and very low calories. That's ideal because you don't want weight gain, obviously. You don't want fat gain. You want muscle gain. So that's pretty much the breakdown of the supplement facts panel and the protein blend itself. Hopefully you guys can see why I like it so much. Super high purity and low counts of things that you want to see low counts of. So it's really pretty simple there. There's a few things that I want to point out as well. that make this kind of stand out, because you could say, hey, well, I've seen some other brands come out with pure whey protein isolate products. And that's true. Yeah, there's other whey protein isolate products out there. But the reason why I like Phormula 1 by First Form better than any other whey protein isolate product that I've seen is for a couple of reasons. I'll show you them. They have it all on the label here. So first things first, it's 100% produced in America. Love to see that. That's something that I always look for with supplements. You want to make sure they're made in America. It just ensures quality. It ensures that you're getting what you're getting. And then debatably more important here, a lot of people have started to catch on to this. People didn't used to really care about this, but especially in the nutrition industry, people are starting to value this a lot more highly, and there's very good reason for that, and that is this here, NSF Certified for Sport. That is a very hard certification to obtain. In order to get your product NSF certified for sport, you have to submit to the FDA and the FTC third-party lab tests, certificates of analysis. I mean, there's a ton of documentation and paperwork. It's basically what it is you have to prove that your product is what you're saying it is. You have to prove that the purity level is what you're saying it is. You basically just have to prove that exactly what's in the product is what you're advertising the product to be. So it's very hard to obtain that certification. You have to spend a lot of money. You have to go through a very long process with the FDA and the FTC to get that NSF certified for sport on your product. So clearly, the big point of that for me is that it's very obvious that First Form really cares about their product. They care about quality assurance. They care about making sure that their product is what they say it is. They go through the extent of third-party lab tests and certificates of analysis. They go above and beyond to make sure that this stuff is as high quality as possible. So basically, to sum up, it's 100% pure whey protein isolate. It doesn't have a lot of fat, carbs, or sugar in it. It has a low calorie count. It is NSF certified for sport, and it is 100% made in America. So those are all the primary reasons why I like Phormula 1 and why I think Phormula 1 is the best protein powder on the market that I've seen come out over the past year or so. Throughout 2025, and now that we're into 2026, Phormula 1 is hands down the best protein powder I've seen. So that's why it's now my daily go-to. Like I said before, I use this stuff every day post-workout for recovery and muscle growth ultimately. Hopefully you guys will join me in using Phormula 1. It's the best. I'm going to put a link in the video description below so you guys can go to the First Form website, learn more about it, just check out the product. If you end up buying it, that's cool. I'm also going to leave a comment below with a link to the Phormula 1 website, just in case you guys want to check that out. So yeah, that's going to wrap up the review. If you guys have any questions or concerns about First Form or about Phormula 1, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.